Hey campers, it's Julie, and today we are going to make a bird feeder out of a milk carton. Or it could be a half and half carton, it could be big or small. I'm just going to use a regular size milk carton, but I thought I'd show you a little picture so you kind of get an idea of what we're going to do. And then I will take that away. And we've got kind of some basic supplies. So I'm just going to show you the half and half container because it's small and it'll fit underneath. But you're basically going to take your container. You're going to need some scissors. You're going to need a hole punch. I'm going to reuse the leftover shoestring from a previous project. Something for maybe the bird to stand on. If you wanted to, you could use a chopstick. But you don't really have to poke a hole in it at all if you don't want to. But something to kind of get your hole started also is needed. I'm using a nail, or you could use a push pin, or have your grown-up help you make the hole to cut around the milk carton. So I'm going to get the stuff out of the way so I have a better way to get the project going. Okay, so I've already got a little bit of the prep done for the carton of milk, but again, so I've got the full carton here. And what I'm going to do, just like the picture, is we're kind of just basically we're going to cut off the bottom of it. And so you can eyeball it a little bit, but if you wanted to kind of have a basic guide, you could get your inch and centimeters ruler out, and I am measuring about 2 centimeters up from the bottom, maybe a little bit taller. And I'm gonna take my Sharpie and mark that there. And I'm gonna just rotate around and give myself a little bit of a guide because I'm gonna cut the bottom off. I'm just going to roll it around. And here we go. I decided to make almost all of my projects this camp time with things that I think people would be able to just have laying around their house. So our grown-ups wouldn't have to go shopping for supplies. So the easiest way I have found to get that hole started is taking like a sharp object, like a nail. And this is a little sharp, but I think if you're careful and your grown-up is there with you helping you out, you'll be just fine. So maybe they can help you with this part of it. A little bit more of a grown-up project, I suppose, than something you can just do by yourself, like some of the other projects I've shown you. But I think it's good to learn how to use tools early on. Okay, so then I'm going to take my scissors and kind of make that hole a little bit bigger so I can cut inside. And again, you know, like all of our projects, you just kind of do the best you can. What's great about using big scissors is they have a nice long blade on it. So it kind of almost acts like a ruler when you go around. You're just kind of matching up the lines that you've already cut going around. You're just going to cut the bottom off. I don't know about you guys, but I've been watching so many birds, and you know, you can put birdseed in here if you have birdseed, but also I have found that butterflies like to come. They'll come if you put a little strawberry. If you got a strawberry maybe that's like getting a little too ripe and you don't want to eat it, you can give them to the other critters out there. They'll come. All right, and so again, just so you can kind of see where I'm at, I've cut the bottom off of it, and now I'm gonna do this top part here. You're not cutting that, but you're folding it in. So if you would like to get your ruler back out, you're kind of going not quite to the middle. So if you're using your centimeter, I'd say it's roughly 4 centimeters in. And where's my Sharpie? So you're just kind of giving yourself a guide of how far in you're going to do that. And you're going to do it on one side, and then you're just going to flip it all the way over. So you've got it on both sides. Oops, where did my mark go? So if I did on this side, I need to go to the other side and do it in from there. And again, you know, sometimes we need a little more grown-up help with these projects, but I think you just do the best you can, right? Okay, so let's see here. Since you've got your guide, what you're gonna do is kind of fold it in. You're kind of forcing it in a little bit. And maybe we should attach it first. Forcing it, because you're going to actually go the opposite way on this. You're going to fold it in from there. I know this is a little bit more difficult maybe than you thought it was going to be, but you're just kind of folding the pieces in like that. So again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just kind of using a little bit of a guide of where you made those marks so you can see the dot there. And you're folding it kind of diagonally up from that spot. So, actually almost done. You're going to get your bottom and put it back in there. And, oops, I'm sorry, when I was showing you all the supplies you need, the most important thing to put your box back together is your stapler. So I'm just going to use a regular stapler. And it's not too thick. I'll put a couple of them in there just to make sure it closes all the way. And you can see it went right through, no problem. And you're going to cut it. You're going to staple it on the other side. And look, you're almost there. What I liked about this one is because you push it in on the bottom a little bit, it keeps the bird seed from pouring out and piling up. So I made the holes ahead of time, but I can show you with your hole punch. I actually opened it up because you can put the bird seed on the inside and you'll see how the spout goes down like that. And then you're going to take your hole puncher. And again, this is a little bit difficult, but I definitely used this hole punch to make the holes at the top. So I just cut that hole right there and right there, and you definitely will need a little bit of extra muscles to do that. Now, if you don't have an extra scrap of shoelace like I have from when we did our t-shirt bag project, you can use paper clip. You can unfold the paper clip, and that can be your hanger. So you would need two, right? One on each side, and then you can put your string through the middle. But what I liked about using just the string, not only does the shoelace already have a piece on there, but I can thread it through here to hang it up, right? And when I pull it tight and give it a little twist, or well, I don't have to, I can just pull it tight. Then that closes it back up, and when I want to put more bird seed inside, I just open it up and pour it in, close it up tight, put your knot at the top, and there you have it. Put your bird seed in there, right up the top, find a lovely place outside to hang it, and you've got your bird feeder. You have to take it in the winter time, but it's really nice to watch the birdies out there. And, you know, different ways you could decorate it. I was going to maybe make it bright and cheery and cover it with some duct tape. You could paint it. You could glue sticks and popsicle sticks around it and make it more like a house if you like to. But that's up to you to decide. How do you want to make it? All right, everyone. Have fun.